During TNA's Bound for Glory weekend at Wayne State University, an unfortunate accident occurred when wrestler Chris Bay sustained a serious neck injury. Bay was taken to a Detroit hospital where he underwent successful neck surgery. Despite showing improvement in health, this match isn't over yet. To show support to Chris Bay and his medical expenses, visit his GoFundMe page.
When you think about the TNA World Championship, you are talking about the greats. Could Joe Hendry be the world champion?
Hendry is bound for glory!
I am a fighting champion every damn night, because that is what a champion does!
Anything is possible when you believe!
TNA Wrestling presents Bound for Glory tonight on TNA Plus.
For the first time since 2009, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA, returns to pay-per-view in Wayne County for its flagship event, Bound for Glory. TNA brought its biggest show of the year to a sold-out Wayne State University Fieldhouse where over 3,000 rambunctious wrestling fans packed the venue. The Detroit crowd was energized to see the stars of TNA in action, especially to see the hottest rising star in professional wrestling, Joe Hendry, challenge the TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth.
Jeff Jarrett said without his attention to detail, TNA may have never survived. That attention to detail has to be met with love and passion, and Bob had that in spades.
Before the matches began, TNA celebrated its company's history with the annual Hall of Fame ceremony. This year's honor went to TNA co-founder Bob Ryder, who started the organization with Jeff and Jerry Jarrett in 2002. Joining Ryder in the Hall of Fame is Michigan wrestling legend Rhino, known for his long tenure with the company and for headlining the first ever Bound for Glory pay-per-view.
But it teaches me, my faith teaches me to be a better person, to leave this planet a little bit better than what I found it, and that's my goal. That's always been my goal. God bless you, I love you, and let's have a hell of a pay-per-view tonight. Detroit City, I love you. This is ours. And gore, gore, gore.
From top to bottom, the entire card was stacked with tremendous bouts. The pre-show kicked off with Ash and Heather by Elegance scoring a victory over Xia Brookside and WWE NXT's Brinley Reese. The last match before the official start of the show was the 20-person intergender Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, where the winner receives a World Championship match anytime, anywhere, for up to 1 year. The finals came down to Frankie Kazarian and Rhino, but it was Kaz who scored a pinfall victory on the War Machine to earn his future title opportunity. Once the show officially began, the action was hot from the start. Speedball Mike Bailey successfully defended his X Division Championship in a high-octane contest against Mexico's El Hijo del Vikingo. The TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions Jody Threat and Danny Luna also successfully defended their tag team titles against Rosemary and NXT's Wendy Chu. Rosemary was not happy with her team's loss and took it out on Chu after their match.
Wendy Chu!
A feud reached its boiling point as technical wrestling expert Josh Alexander took Steve Macklin to his limit.
Witness, front towards enemy. Oh, and the referee once again trying to free Macklin. Macklin won't have it. The scud by Macklin.
Alexander stood tall after trapping Macklin not only in handcuffs behind his back, but also in a well-executed ankle lock, forcing Macklin to submit.
Now raining down blows. Ooh! Shot right to the back. Oh, God!
The violence did not stop there though, as up next was the Monsters Ball match. No rules, thumbtacks spilled onto the canvas, and broken front doors were left in the wake of this chaotic match. Matt Cardona tried as he might, but he couldn't top the French-Canadian Frankenstein known as PCO. In the final match before the advertised triple main event, Mike Santana challenged TNA's hardest-hitting superstar Moose. Despite Moose's best efforts to have his faction mates in the System of System, Santana would take home the victory.
My advantage whenever NFL rings, friendships out the door.
And you talked about it in 2022, Masha Slamovich was a ball of chaos. I would not say uncontrolled chaos, but she was a raging bull going into Bound for Glory that year. So it's trying to harness that and stay focused against the history maker.
The first of the advertised triple main events was the TNA Knockouts World Championship. In a rematch from 2002, Jordynne Grace defends her World Championship against Masha Slamovich. Slamovich put Grace through a vicious match to become the new Women's World Champion, and despite the hard-hitting efforts, Grace and Slamovich give a friendly handshake and a hug before exiting the ring. The next event was the TNA World Championship match, where Nick Nemeth defended his title against Joe Hendry with special guest referee Frankie Kazarian. A lot of questions surrounded this match. Kazarian has been feuding with Hendry for weeks, and wrestling veteran John Layfield made a surprise appearance last month to assist Nemeth in defending his world title. When asked again about the possibility of Layfield aiding Nemeth again during the match, Hendry had this to say.
Do you think Nick Nemeth might have some secret leverage this coming Saturday in John Layfield?
That's certainly a concern too, but Nick doesn't need extra leverage or backup plans. He's one of the best to ever do it, and Nick knows that. I don't need to tell Nick that any more than I already have. He knows it. So all you have to do is look at his body of work. He doesn't need to resort to things like that.
John Layfield has had a vested interest in Nick Nemeth's matches.
The final match to cap off the show was the Full Metal Mayhem match. Tables, chairs, chains, ladders, they all surrounded the ring with the TNA World Tag Team Championship belt suspended above the squared circle. First team to retrieve the belts would win the match and become the new World Tag Team Champions. Despite the crowd being in a sore spot from Joe Hendry's loss earlier in the night, the audience jumped back to its feet with the match's death-defying action. Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers of the Villainous System stable defended their gold against brothers Matt and Jeff Hardy, and Bullet Club's Chris Bay and Ace Austin.
Oh my God, not this! Not this! Oh, this is the edge of madness!
After many broken housewares, it was the Hardys who emerged victorious, sending the crowd home happy. Detroit shouldn't only be known for its sports fandom, but also for bringing the energy when wrestling comes to town. From bell to bell, the audience at Wayne State University was loud and proud, and if I didn't know any better, I would have thought I was at Little Caesars Arena. When TNA returns to Michigan, the people will be hot and ready.